everyone, and welcome to Fondofrats. The rats are currently having some free-range time, and I'm going to show you some different cage modifications that you can use for your old or sick rats. Most rats will benefit from having an active layout in which you have few levels and mostly just space to climb and lots of different ropes and ladders. However, when rats start losing mobility, such as if they have hind leg degeneration, or if they get a pituitary tumor and start losing their balance, then it's probably time to do some cage modifications. With Chloe, I first noticed signs of her having a pituitary tumor where she was mostly just clumsy and not able to keep her footing, and I would hear sometimes crashes late at night, and I was just worried that she would get injured. When thinking about cage modifications for older sick rats, you want to think about two basic things: accessibility and fall risk. Petra, as you can see, is very agile, so this really isn't an issue for her, but Chloe has a pituitary tumor, so for her, these sorts of things are very important. At this point for Chloe, she doesn't really come off of the first level of the cage, but before her pituitary tumor got this far down the line, she was still able to get all the way up to the top of the cage, and then fall risk really does become an issue. It's when I was noticing this that I put another level in the cage. Originally, this level here was omitted just to allow me to put other things in there that they could use to climb. I had another one of the IKEA tie holders on the other side, but I was noticing that this really wasn't amazing for Chloe as she wasn't able to gauge where she was going to fall. Petra, if she is going to fall, finds a good way to fall, but Chloe wasn't able to do that. So essentially you want to think about places that are up high and if they could fall lower down. So this here will catch anyone who is falling, say, from something more rickety like this up here. And then any falls from any other area should bring them down onto this level here. Over here we have a similar thing. If a rat were to lose their balance in this basket, they would fall onto this first. Fall risk is something you want to worry about for every rat, because sometimes really energetic rats will run really fast and will lose their footing. So really it is a good thing to keep in mind at all times, but even more so when you have older rats who may overestimate their abilities. Hi Petra, what you doing? She's having some fun digging. The other thing to keep in mind is accessibility. So this is making sure that food, water, and some comfortable places to sleep are available. So for Chloe, I have pretty much made everything accessible on the bottom level. I have put the water bottle lower down so she doesn't have to go on her hind legs to get some water. She has a hut on the bottom and this kind of teepee hammock, so she doesn't have to climb into it. Really, she can just kind of go right in with walking. She doesn't have to pull herself up into a hammock to get a comfortable place to sleep. I also will, when I'm putting food in the cage, I will put it on the bottom, just to make sure that she has access without having to move places too much. Another thing to keep in mind for rats that are losing mobility is to have ramps in the cage. Again, with more agile rats, you really want to avoid easy ways to get up, such as ramps, but once they start to lose mobility, having something like a ramp can be really useful. Yeah, that's really it. You can see that the bottom is more easily accessible with more space for her to move around, and as you go up to the top, you can see that there's more ropes and ladders for the other girls. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye! So a big thank you to anyone who has subscribed. It's really cool to see my subscriber base keep going up, and I'll see you later.